The art show is a culmination of students' works from 6th grade to 12th grade at Shepaug Valley School. A few examples of a repetition project that we do in sculpture. So students are told to find something that either is exactly alike, like a found object, or just things that are very similar, and to create a composition out of those objects.
My name is Sean McCabe, and I made this work here. It is a canvas covered in leather, and our goal for the entire project basically was to take a canvas and cover it so the canvas is completely gone and have not a pattern, but something similar going all across the canvas. And basically, I went for this look. It's just leather placed repeatedly all over. All the leather strips were cut differently, and I wanted to go for a raggedy look, almost kind of like a shaggy animal. But yeah, it took a long time to do. At the end, I loved what happened to it. So.
I'm Sarah Caprolozzi.
I'm Gianna Rosillo.
And these are our paintings, the one in yellow and the one over there in the blue.
So these are mood portraits, and we purposely picked poses to represent our mood, and then we chose colors to help boost the mood.
So my mood was peaceful, so I chose a pose that would kind of accentuate a peaceful vibe, with colors that would also accentuate the mood as well.
Yes, I also did a peaceful but kind of exciting, which is why I have some yellows and some bright pinks to help boost the mood as well.
There was also no blending in this, so we had to use 6 different values of different shades and kind of put them in a way that would look natural but not blending in any way or shape or form.
The 6th graders did a project of perspective and landscaping. We take a picture from the internet of landscaping, something that that you loved about that place, and the whole purpose of it was to draw kind of copy the picture, but it was about perspective. So as things were farther away, they'd get smaller, and the colors would start to fade. I think it was somewhere in France, and it's because my grandparents live in France, and I really like to go over there during the summer. So that was sort of a landscape of lakes, trees, and kind of grasslands, and mountains in the back.
So what the 6th graders did was, for our project, we were talking about the darkroom and perspective. So kind of what we did was we would get different shapes and patterns, and we would make them into a whole mural, and then we would take pictures of them with our Chromebook, and we'd make multiple designs of several items. I used I cut paper around a quarter, and then I used popsicle sticks, a bobby pin, and a paper clip, and this is the design that I thought I best had. And then after that, we would put our design on a clear sheet of paper and glue it down. And then we went to the dark room, and we put it under a special light on a light sensitive paper. And then we put it in this chemical for a certain amount of time. And then we let it dry in water just to get the chemicals off. And then this is what our designs ended up looking like.
So this is my Greek pottery. Before we started our designs, we had to learn about the Greek designs to be able to know what we wanted on our pot. And as you can see in this pot, we took clay and we coiled them up and we stacked them, and then we smoothed them as we went. And then we used this sculpting tool to carve out our designs, and then we painted over them and we put them in the heater to make them get all nice.
I'm Alexa Kotis from 7th grade, and these are the watercolor paintings from the art show. This one is mine, and for the sky I had to make clouds, so I used a tissue in order to lift up the watercolor to make it be sort of have that ombre effect. And for this one, this is Owen Wright's. He used the linear perspective, which is when the subjects go off into a vanishing point, like the road does for this one, and then the power lines. And we had to make sketches of these before we did them, and it was like really fun, and it took a really long time. And, yeah.
So I'm Natalie Diller. I am a senior, and this is my artwork, and I use pen and ink for it. And I learned a lot of techniques using it. I learned, especially with the pen, scrumbling, hatching, cross-hatching, and just different techniques, especially when you hatch closer together, it's darker. If it's further apart, then it's lighter. And that's what I did. I did some stuff with perspective and the house. So it's just kind of the perspective idea of the picture. And then over it, I had a wash that just kind of added to the sky and foreground, middle ground, background.
So I'm Spencer Balareski, and I made this red cup sculpture for art class. I chose this because I thought the red cups and the playing cards would go well together, and I think it came out good.
My name is Sierra Sletsky. I'm in 10th grade. And for our intermediate art class, we had to do a pop art representation of society today using objects you find everywhere. And it had to be bright colors to get like the attention, and it had to like show a message. So I did a bunch of cell phones with different social media on them to show that we have a society that's very based on social media and that we rely a lot on it. And I wanted to like make a big message about like how sharing what you share on the internet isn't necessarily like what you are, and that you're more than just that. It's like a two-dimensional kind of thing. So yeah.
Mask unit, where students get to explore different cultures and the idea of masks and the importance of masks in different cultures.
Hello, I'm Fernando Ramirez in the 11th grade, and for this art project we were asked to make a 3D mask using cardboard, paint, and these beads that Mr. Rivera gave to me. And I decided to go to this because in Africa they have a tradition of painting elephants, and in India as well, to really celebrate like how much they mean to them. So I decided to do this elephant, and this is the final product.